everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to use this Stamping Bella called Polly Loves Perfume. It's an older one, but I'll check if I can find it. I will link that over on my blog. Okay, so today we are going to do a colouring. We're going to do a colouring card. Now I'm going to show you these colours, but you'll see very shortly that it's like, nah. I like to do my skin first. I think honestly a lot of people like to do their skin first. So E04, E11, EOO and EOO. Because why, and I think most people are the same, why I do my skin first is because she is a very light colour. So, and she's also quite petite. Should we say? Petite. So with the colouring around the couch and everything that I'm going to do is going to, it could bleed into it. It could bleed into it, or it could also, I could pick up some of the darker colour from the purple and put it smack bang right on her face. So normally what I do is colour the first little bit and then cut out the rest of it, but something happened. I must have thought I pressed the play button, didn't press the play button, and so we've got, and so you know, we lost a bit of footage. So I've left it in for some more to show you, but basically it's the same old. I have used 6 colours. I've used BV29, BV08, V28, 25, V22 and V20. So that's 6 colours. That's a lot of colours. But I like my strong contrast. So she's going to, the way I look at it is when you're sitting on a couch and I think about where the shadows are going to be. So depending on where I want my highlight, which mostly in this couch is going to be the front. So with the back of the chair there, the edges are going to be darker because you've got the making of the couch that's going to pull it in, and behind her, because her body's going to put a bit of weight and put a bit of shadows on it. On the arm edge, you've got that swirl, so that swirl is going to be the stitching, so that swirl is going to be slightly darker as well. I'm going to put a bit of reflective shadow, so I've left on that curl, I've left a little bit underneath it, right where I was before anyway, because I didn't want dark against dark, so I wanted a little bit of definition there, so that's why I've done that. So these are our BV29, B99, 97 and 93 are going to be our contrasting colour. And we've zoomed in a little bit here because I'll probably colour this over a few days, honestly. Let's try a few weeks because I probably put it down and then never really picked it up again. But, so her dress is going to be fluffy. This is probably going to look a bit like a hot mess for a little while. But I want that definition, so I'm putting the darker colour in with those curls of her dress, and I'm not really paying attention, because if you're paying attention, it's just, I don't know, after a while you're going to lose your brain. So just put it down, don't stress. This is supposed to be relaxing, this is supposed to be enjoyable. Don't stress about this colour and that colour against whatever. It's just, your life is worth more, people. So enjoy it and just put it down. And then by the time you get to your lighter colour, it will hopefully settle in and look like a frilly little dress. So the body, I'm going to do a little bit of up the top of her dress on her, what's it called? Decoupage? No, it's similar to the paper towel stuff, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So her bosom, we're going to go for that. So a little bit around there, a little bit on to give her a little bit of definition for her bosom. And she's a very thin area, so she really doesn't take very long to colour. But go with the flow and just think about your highlights and relax and enjoy it, and hopefully you will come out with a beautiful little image. So I've gone for the purples and the blues because, you know, blue and red make purple. So I thought that would be just a nice little colour combo for our little girl here. And we're going to bring in some other colours in very, very shortly. For the little box, and mostly for the little box and her shoes, her little slippies. And again, a highlight with down the bottom of the couch is going to be giving it that curved look. So it's going to go in at the bottom and in underneath the cushion now. So you get my drift. It is creating that depth of colour, that definition. So while I finish doing that, what can I tell you? I haven't really told you too much lately because, you know, what are we going to do? We're in isolation. We're in lockdown. But what can you do? It is what it is, and hopefully very soon we will come out of it on top, and we will be allowed to socialise and hug people and see people that we haven't been able to see for a while. But it's quite strange, as I suppose everyone is everywhere. It's quite strange. You think about I hear a busy road, and I mean, I can hear it now, and it's a street or two away. But at night time, of course, you can't, because there's no one on there. It's quite a weird, sort of funny feeling, honestly. Let me get this card out, because she's here somewhere. So I'll have a look and see whether I can find this, see if this little girl is still available. So this is for our wood. So again, I'm a crazy person. I'm going to use 4 colours for a very, very small area, and around the edges, of course, as well. But it is what it is, and that's the way I like to do it. And I will link all this information over on my blog, so you can have some close-up pictures of it and also write down all the colours. So with the wood, we use the chair legs. We used E89, 87, 84 and 81. Her hair, they are in the E50s, E59, 57, 55 and 53. Again, I wasn't really too worried about her hair because she's a very small little image, so I just picked a few colours that the tones I thought would be quite nice. So down in the description box below, there will be a link to my blog with all that information. I would be greatly honoured if you subscribe and like this video, and you can hit the little bell if you want to get notified of when I put out a video. So generally speaking, I'm trying to do every Tuesdays and Saturdays. Officially, I'm on long service leave, so from the school now, so hopefully I can get out. And I struggle a little bit, like a lot of people, with just keeping up with things. I know, we're all the same, aren't we? But that's what it is at the moment, so hopefully I can get on top and get ahead a little bit. So our box, we're using R59 and 56, and the tissues were the R89 range, 80s I should say, 89, 85, 83 and 81, just because it has that red tone, that red feeling, and her little perfume bottle is going to be pretty much the same. This card is Again, pretty simple. Again, I have used some stickles on her dress, and I have mounted her up just on a piece of this lawn form paper, which I'll show you very shortly. I went a little bit nuts because you'll see I'm going to trim out the insides of the paper. I don't really know why, because it was pretty paper. I don't actually use an awful lot of paper, but I'm saving that for something, hopefully, that will come across, and I'll find I'll just use it for something else. But instead of it being wasted, no, it's not wasted, but you can't see it. So to me, in my head, it's a little bit wasted. But at the same time, you need to use your stash. So if you don't cut out, if you have paper that you don't really, you like, of course, but you're not going to be a little bit of a hoarder, then put it all down. But I don't know, sometimes I just do this because I like the paper really a lot. So this is a Lawn Fawn watercolor. So I've cut this to 14 using the biggest stencil biggest stencil, the die. So I originally cut it down to be a card front, which is 14.8 by 10.5. But I decided that I wanted to trim that up. Now you can use that frame for something else later on, not a problem. So this little girl is going to be, and I'm so good at the moment with, I actually somehow managed to get a tiny little pencil prick or pencil pen, a pin prick on my finger, so I bloodied it up a little bit. But anyway, so we have this tiny little frame, and it's probably a little bit overkill of cutting it down, but you know, I did it, and now I have this nice big square for the center of my card. And it's a very simple card because it's all flat. And that's going to be pretty much it. So all the links for the lawn form paper, or the list, I should say, because in Australia we don't really do the links because it's too hard. But I do hope you like my card. So we're going to use his Ultra New birthday greetings of dear friend, and that's it. I hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.